Hey guys, I thought I'd make a quick video. Around here, there's a lot of coyote activity, and a lot of times we spend a lot of time hunting coyotes because they damage people's farms, their calves, their dogs, their household pets, cats. We've lost cats, dogs. Farmers have lost sheep. They have lost small cows, calves. They've lost. I mean, all kinds of things like that. So they've become a nuisance. They wasn't a lot around here until just recent years ago. And usually the range that we shoot them at is somewhere between 50 and 200 yards. This is a 30-06 bolt action, and the reticle on it has mills on it, and I use a MRF formulation to be able to come up with the shot that I need to come up with because I keep a dope book. And for those of you that sounds like I'm speaking French or a foreign language, a dope book is nothing more but data on previous engagements or keeping up with data on your previous shots made before, if you want to look at it that way. It's basically a guide on pretty much everything that you did when you took that shot at that distance. And a lot of things come into play when you're taking a long range shot. You know, obviously range, but also temperature, elevation, humidity, wind speed, wind direction, the ammo that you're using, the weight of the ammo, the grain of the ammo, the speed of the ammunition that you're using, and the speed of the target if it's moving. Because if a target is moving, then you have to take all that into account, and you kind of have to fire in front of the target and let the target walk into the path. And a lot of things are marked off on meters when it comes down to certain formulas. 1 meter is 3.28 feet, 2 meters is 6.56, 3 meters is 9.84 feet. You know, you can do with this formulation here that I use. It's kind of more old school than what they do today, but it works for me, and it's something that I can do on the fly as long as I got my dope book with me. And what it is basically you take the height of the target, if known, in yards or meters. If you don't know the height of the target, then you use your mills, and you can come up with a pretty good constant or something close to it. You divide that by your constant, which is 1,000, is what I use. And then you size the target by using the mills and your reticle. And that equals distance in meters or yards to your target. And because you don't want that first shot to be a cold shot, because you might only get one shot. And if you miss that one shot, you're pretty well screwed. And so if you're shooting at if you're shooting at, say, a 5 foot target, you would take 5 feet, 60 inches. You would divide that 60 inches by 36. And then you would take 1.7, that's 1,666 So you would round that off to 1.7 on your mils. Yeah, you would round that off to 1.7 on your mils. And you would come up with, 980.5 yards is what you would be shooting at. So you would be shooting at a 5-foot target from 980.5 yards. So then what you would do is, if you've made a shot like that before, you would go back to your dope book and you would go back through your scope, and you would dial in your mils. You would dial it all in on your scope, which should put you right on target. And there shouldn't be a cold shot. That's why you always, on every shot, you keep your dope book with you and you record all this information. And I know that sounds like a lot of work and a lot to do, and it is. But if you shoot long range, if you enjoy shooting long range and you want to be good at it, then that's what it takes. It takes a lot of practice and a lot of dedication. That formula is no longer used anymore or taught anymore, I guess. But that was the way I was learned to do it. I was taught to do it that way. And that's what works best for me. So that's what I use. So hopefully a little bit of information, a little bit of insight. And always be aware of your target, what's behind your target. Make sure of what you're shooting at. And just a friendly reminder, if you're shooting, don't be drinking.